Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video review. I'm back at doing iPhone cases for my iPhone. Well, I have the 6S Plus now. This is going to be the same thing as if it was the 6 Plus as well, though. And back to Urban Armor Gear and another case they sent over to me. Now, I have a couple of other varieties that I've done in the past from their basic slimline case. I believe the Outland, I think this was called. I did the Rogue Folio, which was their folio case for the 6 Plus and 6S Plus, which has actually a nice little compartment for your wallet for things like that, as well as obviously good ultimate protection for your phone, and the folio cover over it. Now I'm back to what they call the Trooper series. I got it in orange, same color as my first one because orange is one of my favorite colors, and essentially it's a protective iPhone case again. And the big thing about this one is it's also a wallet case done differently than what the Rogue Folio did with their on the I guess the cover protector guy. About the same amount of cards, however, you're a little more limited on the new Trooper. The nice thing about this though is that you don't have to worry about the cover. If you don't like the cover, you still have a wallet case. There's a couple things that I probably would have done maybe a hair differently. But I'll kind of go into the basic stuff. Obviously, it's the same. You have access to all your ports, all the stuff on the bottom here as well. And get a little closer there so you can see where it's. You have the lightning port and the audio adapter and everything you can easily access. Now that is where the differences kind of come into, and this is where your card is done. So I'm going to actually zoom in a little bit here and get you a little bit better view. So you can see here with the new Trooper, the thickness is going to be very similar to what the Rogue Folio is. So you're not gaining anything by not having the screen protector on. It's almost the same exact thickness as this guy. On the back here is where the compartment is, and not as easy to get to the cards in my opinion as the Rogue Folio was. However, you're still locked into the fact that you kind of still have to pull the cards out to the side. If you can see here, there's just two little bumps. Let's see if I can show you here. Right there, that actually are holding the cards in. And if you pull hard enough, you can get them to pop out. But getting them to push back in is not quite as simple, especially if you're trying to do multiple cards at a time. But you can easily access everything on here. Now I have just like standard cards here, so I don't have any of my credit cards in here. For the video, I don't want my card numbers out there. So. But what I found is if you can get a maximum of 4 actual embossed credit cards. Now that saying the ones where that actually had the letters sticking out because they're going to be a little bit thicker. 4 ones in there comfortably, especially if you stack them so you don't have things lining up. I can get 4 in here comfortably, but get after 4 putting in here. Getting your ID in here is kind of a pain, and that's where I wish they would actually change a little bit. I wish they would figure out a way to get your ID maybe to go into the cover lid here and then have just the cards here. That would have been great. That said, most people, you're only going to need 1 or 2 cards plus your ID anyway, so you're going to be fine in that case. And then and slide them in, and then you'll have nice secured. Now the nice thing about this is that you don't have to worry about that constant opening and shutting the flap, and every time you use the phone you're exposing your cards out there, which I had never had actually one of these slide out ever since I've ever used this case. I use this a lot. I used it almost during my entire vacation trip actually, so I never had a problem with that at all. However, this is less likely to have a problem like that because everything is secured in the back of the phone. In doing so, your depth to your camera is a lot thicker because on here it's about twice as thick as it is on the Rogue Folio. So you get a lot more, I guess, security in that you're not going to scratch your lens so easily. But it's one of those things that I obviously keep track of things like that. I didn't notice any degradation to photos or anything like that. So, but that is the new Trooper case from Urban Armor Gear, and yeah. So that's the new Trooper case from Urban Armor Gear. Out of the 3 Urban Armor Gear cases that I now currently own and use, I use them all 3 regularly. I am a case changer. I love changing cases, and I like having options depending on what I'm doing. For quick access, I love this case. It is a very highly protective case. I actually use this case more than a lot of my other cases I own. And I really like the color, of course, as well. But if I had to go to a wallet case, out of these two, I would choose the Rogue Folio. Now, if you didn't like the screen piece here, the actual protecting piece, which is actually holding the wallet piece, then I would definitely look more towards the Trooper. It is very protective, like all of the Urban Outfitters cases are, and I have nothing to say bad thing about it, actually. I do like it. I do like the Rogue Folio better myself, but I really do wish that I think it's something small for me. If they had a way to separate out your ID, that's one of the other things about most wallet cases that I notice is that you just jam all your cards in one spot. I'd like to have that ID separate so I can get more cards in, but also the fact that I don't have to dig through my cards just to get to my ID. Because a lot of times when you take one card out, you'll put the other cards in waiting for to receive the card back, and then put that just back on top. So just a little bit picky things, trying to think of ideas that to make it better. Otherwise, build quality is as great as always, and yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. But that's the Trooper by Urban Armor Gear. I want to say thanks to Urban Armor Gear for sending me over this case to review. As with all their things they send over, I highly appreciate it, and I love trying out the different cases and obviously comparing them for you folks. So, if you have any questions, comments, post those below. Subscribe to the channel above. I'd love to have more subscribers, and that's the way I get more products in to do reviews on. And of course, every video you watch, anybody that actually helps support the channel, I highly appreciate it, because that gets me into more reviews as well, and upgrades camera equipment and everything like that. So I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and hopefully I'm helping you out a little bit in what I'm doing. So if you have any questions, comments, like I said, if you have any suggestions for future videos, post below. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/thetechgooch, or just head over to thetechgooch.com and catch us over there. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.